Good morning and welcome to another walk and talk. I'm Joe, the Ancestral Wellness Coach, and my mission is to help as many people as possible look good, feel good and drop their body fat. Now I hope you all had a brilliant weekend. These two are out here, somewhere over there, loving it. Anna and I had a bit of a busy one, but we managed to stick to some good food for prep, so that was all brilliant. And this weekend involved some hunting and gathering on certain menus to make sure we stayed good and on prep, and I'll cover that in a video a bit further down the line. So today I just want to run through, while I'm going uphill again, I just want to run through the difference between exercise and activity, and not to get these two confused. So for an optimal fat loss movement plan, you want to be getting activity in daily. Now activity is your low intensity movement. Going out for a walk, a casual swim, is something that's not going to test your body and force it to change. It's a low level movement, and this is when we're in fat burn mode. That is our body's number one fat burn mode. Not when we're peaking, not when the heart rate's through the roof, not when you're doing your sprints. It's when your low level movement is happening, and that is why we want to get as much of it in as possible. That's why I always recommend to try and hit at least 10,000 steps a day. Try and get a lot of that movement, and that is going to mean a lot of fat burn. Now the other side of the coin is your exercise, and this is your hard work in the gym. This is where you're stimulating your hormones, you're switching on and off the good genes and the bad genes, and we're stimulating our body to produce the optimal gene expression. As for our sprinting and heavy lifting. And when you're natural, you can't do too many of these in a week. You need enough time for your body to recover, otherwise you're going to be producing a lot of cortisol, like we talked about last week, and that is not going to be very good at all for our fat loss. So keep them separate. Your activity is your low level daily movement that you want to get a lot of in, and when you're in the gym, make sure that's your exercise. Get your bang for your buck, get your high intensity workouts in, and I promise you, you'll see brilliant results. So this week, if you're struggling with what to do and you're not sure what's going on with your fat loss, reassess your training regime. Sounded French then. Reassess your training regime. Reassess your training regime. Reassess your training regime. I can't say regime. I was trying to speak all that Spanish yesterday. So reassess your training regime and make sure you're only getting 2 or 3 high intensity days in the gym, and your volume wants to be pushed towards activity rather than exercise. Exercise is short, sharp stimulation on the body for those positive changes, and your activity is your low level fat burn that you want lots and lots of. So I hope that's been somewhat useful. This week, try and get outside a bit more, increase your activity, and make sure your exercise is intense. Get outside, get moving. These two are loving it. Head over to tawcoach.com for your free fat loss food sheet, and let me know if you have any questions regarding your program, and check out my coaching programs over at tawcoach.com. My name's Joe. I hope that's been useful. Get outside, get moving. I'll catch you next week.